Hello, everyone. This is Elvin. Welcome to the weekly VOC English program, where we bring you the latest and most significant news from Chinlen this week. The news to listen to tonight is the planned meeting between the Chinlen Council (CC) and the Interim Chin National Consultative Council (ICNCC) has been temporarily postponed due to security concerns. However, efforts are still being made to arrange a future meeting. In other news, due to a cash shortage at the Myanmar Economic Bank in Hakka, the capital of Chinlen, normal banking operations have been disrupted. This has affected the regular payment of salaries to non-civil disobedient movement staff under the military council. Meanwhile, in Rakhine State, the human rights organization Fortify Rights has called on the International Criminal Court (ICC) to investigate the mass killings of Rohingya civilians by the Arakan army. In addition to this important development, we have other latest updates and interesting stories coming up. Stay tuned for more details. The planned meeting between the Chinlen Council (CC) and the Interim Chin National Consultative Council (ICNCC) has been postponed due to security concerns. However, efforts are ongoing to arrange a future meeting. According to Salai Paul, the secretary of the Chinlen Council, the meeting was initially scheduled to take place in the last week of August in New Delhi, India, with mediation by the Crisis Management Initiative (CMI). Due to the security situation, the meeting has been temporarily postponed. Originally, CMI had planned to meet separately with the Chinlen Council and ICNCC to study the differences in their positions and find a solution for reconciliation between the two groups. However, because of security concerns, CMI has temporarily postponed the meeting and it's currently making arguments for a future meeting. The exact timing of this rescheduled meeting remains uncertain. The Crisis Management Initiative (CMI) is an independent non-profit organization based in Helsinki, Finland, that intervenes to prevent and resolve conflicts through dialogue and mediation. The ICNCC was established on April 13, 2021 by Chin resistant forces to lead political activities for Chinlen and its people. However, after the formation of the Chinlen Council on December 6, 2023, the Chinlen Council took over all responsibilities of the ICNCC under the Chinlen Constitution. Despite this, some Chin MPs who do not recognize the Chinlen Council continue to operate under the name ICNCC, and the Chin Brotherhood also aligned itself under ICNCC's political leadership. In Hakka, the capital of Chinlen, operations at the Myanmar Economic Bank has been disrupted due to a cash shortage, and it has been reported that even the salaries of non-CDM staff under the military council are not being paid regularly. A source close to the bank has stated that the Myanmar Economic Bank in Hakka can no longer provide cash, as the military council has been unable to deliver cash via helicopter. As the result, salaries and pensions for staff are not being paid regularly. Some non-CDM staff under the military council have reportedly not received their salaries for about 2 months, and some departments have resorted to paying half salaries. In Chinlen, the Chin Revolution Forces have gained control over most areas, preventing the military junta from using land routes. Consequently, the military council has been relying on air transport using planes or helicopters to deliver weapons, supplies, and staff salaries. However, it has been some time since the military council could deliver money only to the Myanmar Economic Bank in Galay, not to Hakka. Of the 9 townships in Chinlen, the military council's administrative machinery is operational in only 5 towns: Hakka, Phalam, Mindat, Didim, and Kaikam. In addition to Hakka non-civil disobedient movement, staff in Didim, Phalam, and Mindat have also not received salaries for about 2 months. Reports have emerged that passenger and cargo vehicles carrying rice and essential commodities from Galay town in Sagaing region to Chinlen are being blocked by the military council. According to sources close to the bus terminal in Galay town, this restriction has been imposed since last week at the 8-mile checkpoint near the university exit of Galay town. Vehicles traveling from Galay to Chinlen, specifically towards Phalam, Hakka, and Didim Rikodar towns, must pass through this checkpoint. Inspections at this checkpoint have intensified since last week. At the 8-mile checkpoint, soldiers from the military council are said to be thoroughly inspecting passenger and cargo vehicles. It has been reported that they are blocking the transport of rice, food, and even electrical goods. The northern region of Chinland relies heavily on Calais for essential commodities such as rice, oil, and salt. The blockade imposed by the military council has reportedly led to rising prices and shortages of essential supplies. In Palawa Township, Chinland, 13 villages near the Letu and Dai regions have been affected by flooding due to the rising Lemio River, creating an urgent need for assistance. The flooding occurred on July 29th following heavy rainfall, causing the Lemio River to overflow. According to the local residents, 10 villages near the Letu and Dai region were affected and 3 more were submerged. The flooding has resulted in significant damage to farmland, with extensive losses reported. Additionally, over 20 houses and various domestic animals, including chicken, pig, and cattle, were swept away by the floodwaters. A local resident informed VOC that due to poor internet and phone connectivity in the area, timely reporting of the flood situation was not possible, leaving many unaware of the extent of the damage. While the water has now receded, flood-affected residents and those whose homes were washed away are living in makeshift conditions. Over 1,000 people are in urgent need of shelter, medicine, food, and clothing. In Lautu Township, Chinland, the Lautu People's Affairs Council has formed a 9-member mediation committee comprising community elders with no official authority following a recent religious issue in Long Tangklang village. The decision to form this committee was made during the third emergency meeting of the Lautu People's Affairs Council, held on August 27th. The council announced on August 28th that the committee would implement the 7-point policy adopted during the emergency meeting over a period of 45 days from August 28 to October 11. The Lautu People's Affairs Council has requested that external organizations and individuals refrain from unnecessary interference and avoid actions that could hinder the mediation process or damage the reputation of those involved. The Council has called for restraint from incitements that could disrupt the mediation efforts or actions that could foster hatred. The issue stems from dispute between religious groups in Long Tangklang village, which led to the expulsion of around 10 families, or approximately 50 members of the AG Church, from the village on August 15. Videos of the evicted residents crying have been widely circulated on social media since August 18, sparking extensive criticism. Regarding the incident, the Lautu Township Administration announced on August 19 that the matter would be included in the agenda for discussion by the Lautu People's Affairs Council. Steps toward mediation were initiated a week later. The Lautu People's Affairs Council is recognized as the highest governing body within the Lautu region. In Palawa Township, Chinland, it has been reported that 2 of the civilians detained by the Arakan Army have recently been released. The 2 released individuals, U Jo Win and U Aung Nin, are residents of Bongwi village in Palawa Township. They were released on August 26 after being detained for about 4 months, according to a resident of Bongwi village who spoke to VOC. Previously, on May 17, the Arakan Army detained 9 locals, including 2 school teachers from Bongwi and Bonggu villages in Palawa Township. A month after the initial detention, U Jo Tun and U Aung Lin from Bongwi village were released. Now, U Jo Win and U Aung Nin have also been released after being held for approximately 4 months, making the second release of detainees by the Arakan Army. Currently, 11 civilians, including women students and teachers, remain in detention by the Arakan Army in Palawa Township. These include 2 from Bongwi village, 3 from Bongku village, 4 from Tamanda and Tenglet villages, and 2 from Sachang village. The Arakan Army AA took full control of Palawa Township in January this year and has since been implementing its administrative operations. Due to ongoing detentions of local civilians, many residents of Palawa Township have fled the area. Regarding the mass killings of Rohingya civilians by the Arakan Army in Rakhine State, the human rights watchdog Fortify Rights has called on the International Criminal Court (ICC) to investigate the matter as of August 27. Earlier this month, due to clashes between the Arakan Army and military council forces, Rohingya civilians fleeing towards Bangladesh from Maungdaw were attacked by the AA. Fortify Rights reported that over 100 Rohingya were killed in these attacks. On August 5th and 6th, Fortify Rights conducted a preliminary investigation into incidents in Maungdaw Township, where Rohingya was subjected to discriminatory treatment and excessive use of force leading to their displacement. During these 2 days, the AA reportedly used drones and conducted attacks on over 100 Rohingya, including women, children, and men who were fleeing along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border. These actions include drone strikes and shooting attacks. Thank you for tuning into VOC English Weekly News. We will be back with more updates in our next broadcast. We hope to see you all again next week. Thank you.